us is a 30 years of rich history. We have started this journey in 1992. It was started by my father. The journey began in 1997 in prefabricated domain when Government of India were about to launch FM stations, and they were looking for somebody who can do prefabricated or a temporary structure which can sustain for a longer duration. Thus, we provide them a solution and warranty where the building can sustain for 20 years, and thus the journey began. Well, there are many companies in India who claim to be prefabricated manufacturer, but what sets us apart is philosophy and a total thinking where we say our company is design centric. We produce each and every building based on specific design, based on specific terrain, based on specific condition of the region. We take care of each and every IS code prevailing that area, and thus what makes us different and unique. A prefabricated building, when we talk about, the process starts right from conceptualization where the design team is involved, then what kind of a material is needed, and it all actually gets tied up with the help of our rich experience where we have covered the length and breadth of the country, where we know exactly what kind of a material is suited, what kind of region is there, what kind of a soil is there. So we start from the design, then we move on to the sales and quotation part, and once the order is final, we move to the production, shipment and on-site installation. The beauty is the on-site installation here takes the minimum of the time. Like if I tell you the 36 room 3-story building in suburbs of Mumbai will not take us more than 25 days to deliver. So that's the speed of the construction we are talking about. The selection of material depends again on the kind of right fitment. We always try to look for what our customer demands, what kind of a budget they have in mind. So we help our customer in choosing right kind of a material for the right region and for the right price. It's very important to select the material based on their region. If let's assume you are in mountain region and the snowfall is minus 20 degree, so you have to ensure the material sustains for a good number of duration, even if it's covered under the heavy snowfall area. Similarly, if we are catering to our customer in southern region or area where the heavy rainfalls are there, we try to recommend our customer to use specially coated sheets, which can sustain not only for 25, in fact to 50 years of lifespan of time. So material selection is based on the region, cost and the usability. Well, the challenges we face day to day in all of the projects. We have covered so many projects. We have covered so much of area in last 30 years of span. We have seen almost all kind of challenges which the industry has to offer us. But still, one of the projects which is I still remember was done for a Norwegian company where the temperature was going as low as minus 25 degree, where it was very difficult even for the installation team when the snowfall started, and the team was finding it very difficult to work in a very low sunlight, and we still had to meet the deadline. The client was supported and we delivered the product, and we were praised for that. Also, we have seen the temperature variance of plus 50 degree at the same time at the Barmer, where even the mobile phones stopped working. Our engineers were having so much trouble communicating back office because of the overheating of the mobile phones. So we have seen at a one end minus 25 at the extreme end of 50 degree, and we are still trying to help our nation grow. Prefabricated buildings is like any other product, carries a 12 months of standard warranties and guarantees, and we offer our customer further AMC for next 20 years as well. And we have seen our building standing for almost 23 years now, which we had delivered in 1997. So we are quite confident on our deliveries. We have seen one of the complex project where the building was to be mounted on top of existing building, but the building was existing civil building was almost 20 years old and was not able to sustain the load of the new construction technology. So our design team was facing a very typical challenge of mounting the building at the top, but at the same time transferring the load to totally outside of the building. So we approached our R&D team, project team, and we brainstormed and we came out with a very unique solution where the building was sitting on an existing building. At the same time, all the loads were transferred to the pillar which was totally outside of the building. So thus we were able to create a project where the load was transferred outside and building sustained. Well, market has wide level of acceptability for the prefabricated building in India today. As the time passes, more and more acceptability is coming into the picture, especially with the government pushing this prefabricated technology into the government project and into the mainstream building technology. I believe the market will be ever expanding and people will be more acceptable in terms of new construction. So I think the market will be welcoming us with more open arms. Our company has a dedicated R&D center where we try to solve day-to-day problem with a prefabricated structure solution. Our target is to bring at least 1 to 2 unique products outside India or inside India every year. The idea is to solve the problem using the real-time material and the real-time things which is available in India, and at the same time the cost should be of the concern where it should not go beyond the limit. Most of the time Western world think India is not at par with the world standard. But let me tell you something, we have worked with a Norwegian client, we have worked with the Japanese client, we have worked with most of the European and the US consultants, and we are proud to say today that we can match any world standard. Our building is today standing proud in minus 25 degree. Our building is standing proud today at 50 degree. We have worked almost on all the biggest of the projects in India, be it the Statue of Unity, be it the Kudankulam nuclear project, be it any of the airports. We have delivered lounges which is of world standard inside the international airports. So I am confident today's India will be the world superpower matching the world standard. And we at MDIPL will be delivering prefabricated solution at new rate and new speed.